Due to mandatory scheduled maintenance, the appropriate chamber for this testing sequence is currently unavailable. It has been replaced with a live fire course designed for military androids. The Enrichment Center apologizes for the inconvenience and wishes you the best of luck.
This is Portal. It's a first-person puzzle game released in 2007 for PC, Xbox 360, and PlayStation 3. Its core gameplay revolves around a device called the Portal Gun, which can link to locations in space. But this isn't why it's remembered as one of the most significant games for PC. I remember Portal for its writing, sense of humor, atmosphere, and antagonist. It was Portal and Portal 2 that proved to me that video games have a unique potential as a form of creative expression. We use the word immersion a lot when we talk about art, especially movies and video games. Have you ever jumped in fear watching a scary movie, or noticed yourself moving to match your character in a game? Sometimes our brains forget that what we see on the screen is not real. Immersion is the sense that you are a part of the action. You may have seen a video like this. A fake arm is placed over the subject's real arm. Both the real and fake arms are given the same stimulus, and then the subject starts to see the fake arm as a real part of their body. The subject is visibly terrified when the false arm is hit with a hammer, proving the strength of the illusion. Video games can do something similar. As we control the game, we see our inputs directly control something on the screen. With practice, our controls become muscle memory. We barely think about it. We start to associate button presses, or the movement of a joystick, with motion on the screen, and the game begins to feel more real. This effect is especially powerful in games where the controls are very well designed. My mind goes to Super Mario 64. A game's immersion comes from interaction with the player. Playing a game is a conversation. The conversation is more interesting and enjoyable when your partner understands you and gives a thought-out response, one that is only possible after understanding you. I'm reminded of a small but surprisingly good moment in The Beginner's Guide. The narrator wants you to walk up these stairs. There isn't much else to do, so many players would immediately start climbing. But off to the side, there's a ledge, and a number of players might go over there just to see if there's a secret left by the developer.
I know it's tempting, but there's actually nothing over here. Sorry.
The game anticipates this, and rewards those players with some extra dialogue about what they just did. It's a small detail, and many have missed it, but it tells me that this game and its developers understand what we're thinking as we're playing in this part of the game, even though we have no way to communicate with them. Moments like this exist in many games. There are a couple levels in Portal 2 where you're able to trap yourself. In a lesser game, you might not be able to progress from here, and you may have to reload a save file. But Portal 2's designers knew it was possible to become trapped here, and instead gift players with extra dialogue.
Oops, you trapped yourself. I guess that's it then. Thanks for testing. You may as well lie down and get acclimated to the being dead position. I'm kidding. Not about you trapping yourself, though. That really happened. Here, I'll lower the glass. Go on. Finish the test.
Moments like this prove the intelligence of a game. Like a fourth wall break, but better. The game feels more personal because it reacts to choices, or even mistakes, that the player makes. If a game is made better by its dialogue with the player, should this mean that more dialogue in a game is better? While dialogue can certainly give a player more control over a character, it can also distract the player and break up the flow of gameplay. Depending on what the game is for, it may be better to limit the number of options, or perhaps not give the player any at all. I should also point out that dialogue is not always used to direct the plot. I think Firewatch strikes a good balance. Most dialogue is initiated by the player, so you can avoid it for a little while if you want. And even though the game is very linear, we still get to make some small choices.
This cave is gated off.
It's to stop spelunkers from dying without getting the keys from the Forest Service office first.
Makes sense.
Although Debbie says she lost them like 3 years ago, so Maybe its mysteries are locked away for good.
Ah, damn.
Yeah, but maybe you can find another one to get your caving kicks in.
Oh, this one's so close to home and convenient, though.
Aw, sorry, Hank.
In this game, our interaction is more about investment in the plot rather than immersion in a world, and I think it works well for Firewatch's focus on story. Interaction is what separates video games from other forms of creative expression. Our choices can change the direction of a story, or grant us extra dialogue or lore if we feel like exploring. Games elevate us from passive observer to active participant. We get to engage with art in a way that we cannot elsewhere. Hey there, I'm David, and this is my first serious upload to YouTube in a very long time. If you've kept watching to the end, thank you. I'd appreciate it if you left me some feedback in the comments. It also tells YouTube to recommend this video to more people. There are also links to my Twitch and Discord down below if you feel like checking those out. Thanks again for watching, and maybe you'll see another video from me down the line.